Okay. Hi, welcome back everyone. Now, last week you probably have seen a video on the burner battle between these 5 burners: brass, aluminium, steel and titanium. And some people have been asking for the score sheets, so here they are. Here, as you can see, we have the bloom time, boil time, burn time, etc. in minutes and seconds, and they were given points between 1 and 5 according to the results, and the winner with a total of 15 was the Trangia, which seemed to please a lot of people, a lot of Trangia fans out there. And then in second place were the aluminium and the brass. It was pointed out by at least one user that they have had problems with the aluminium, with probably heat overrun. Once they get too hot, they are difficult to put out. A lot of these results are interesting due to the thermal properties of the metal that's used. In third place, we had the Trangia, which is heavy, made of steel, bomb-proof. And then the surprise result was for the Trangia titanium. This came in last with an extremely long boil time, 300 mils of water. It took 16 minutes and 43 seconds to boil, but 30 mils of fuel lasted for almost 36 minutes, which is very frugal. Now, of course, this is only one brand of titanium burner. I don't know what sort of wick it has, if any, and we would need to do further testing on some other titanium burners just to see if they're all the same result. Likewise with the aluminium, see if we can get a thermal overrun with the flame unable to be put out using other aluminium burners I've got. So first of all, we're looking at it and we're saying, okay, the brass ones, yep, they're winning. But say we just take out the superfluous points that they got for the fact that they can all carry fuel, and that 2 of them come bundled with a simmer ring. Now, you can buy these simmer rings separately, and they will work fine on the aluminium. And on the titanium, and I've used them on both. So say we take those results out, what do we end up with? So as you can probably see on the spreadsheet, taking out the points that were gained for having a bundled simmer ring and for the ability to carry fuel, we end up with slightly different results. And in joint first place, we have the Trangia and the aluminium burner. Joint second place, we have the brass Esbit style burner and the Trangia steel. And then in last place we have the Trangia. So we still have the Trangia in a first place and the titanium in last place. The aluminium comes up better because just of the sheer weight savings of it. But remember, There have been people that have said that they're not as reliable and you can get a thermal runaway with the flame. I've not had that with any aluminium burners, but the codicil for all of these is that the manufacturer has a big influence and the quality of manufacture. The cheaper you get, the cheaper the quality. And that brings us into another interesting factor, price. Here we have a spreadsheet showing the price in euros from one online website. The cheapest, again, is the generic aluminium. The most expensive is the Lixada titanium, that's to be expected. And if we rearrange them in order, the winner on price is the aluminium. Next comes the brass from China, thinner metal than the Trangia. The surprise result is that the Tatonka, without its simmering, comes in at $16.99. Then we have the Trangia, which, to give it its due, comes with the simmering. And finally, per price, we have the Lixada titanium, the most expensive at $22.75. So if we factor that in, do we have a clear winner? So for the price conscious that are also weight conscious, the winner is the aluminium with 18 points. Second comes the generic brass. It just works, and it has probably the best simmering of any of them. If you're looking to save money, if you're prepared to sacrifice a little bit of quality, this is a very good choice. Then in joint third place, we have the two quality burners, the Tatonka steel and our Trangia. Yep, the Tatonka is the heaviest. The Trangia is heavy. Both of these will outlast these ones. I have a Trangia burner that is still going strong, deck for I think it's 30 years. And then in final place, we have the Lixada titanium. Now remember folks, if you pay a bit extra for your titanium burner, you're probably going to get a better burner. So this has probably set the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, but it's still pretty standard that the titanium burner actually comes last in everything. The weight benefits and the extremely long burn time don't really outweigh anything else as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, as always, let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a Trangia person like myself? I do prefer the Trangia. Or would you like to go totally lightweight with the aluminium, which I've found have some aluminium burners have excellent results. Maybe you want to take the middle ground and go for the Trangia clone, a good workhorse that just keeps going. But it has a very, very good simmering, but it is more fragile and the quality is not the same. Maybe you just like using titanium for the weight and are quite prepared to sit around waiting for a boil. Or maybe you're a motorcycle camper or car camper and you're not bothered about weight, but you want something that will probably last forever. Go for the Tatonka or the Trangia. Personally, the alcohol burners I tend to use the most are not the Trangia style. I tend to use the puck style as we have here. They're spill proof and usually with felt, as in this Wicca burner. And this X-Boil burner. Or ceramic wool, which is used in this Speedster. And as you can see, this is probably the most used of all of them. I love these little Speedster stoves. They're very light, they're efficient, spill proof, but they're not the subject of today, and we shall be coming back to these at another time. Now, we have had lots of comments regarding the different burners, and one comment in particular which was quite interesting was, yeah, it's all good showing us the burners, but a lot of people are new to these sort of things and don't exactly know what bloom is or how to burn or how to use them. So we will be doing a video on that at some point as well, how to use an alcohol burner of this type. We'll also be comparing aluminium burners and a selection of titanium burners, just to see if any of the results that we've had today can be changed. So that's all for this week, folks. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.